Hello, e-commerce enthusiasts. My name is Kennedy and I'm here with Zendrop, and I am so excited for today's video because we are going deep into the dropshipping dictionary. At Zendrop, we work with hundreds of thousands of dropshippers on a daily basis, both seasoned, new, and just starting out their careers. And what I've come to realize is that there might be a lot of different terms that you need to know to run a successful dropshipping business that you might not be aware of. So today I'm going into extensive detail on 20 dropshipping terms you need to know to be able to create a successful dropshipping business. So if you're ready to continue becoming an expert on dropshipping, keep on watching. Before I start doing a deep dive into these 20 dropshipping terms, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notifications because we put out new videos every single week to help you further your dropshipping career. Not only that, Zendrop has an exclusive Facebook group called Zendrop Exclusive where all of our community members are able to have direct access to Zendrop's leadership, get their questions answered, and also continue building community within the dropshipping space. So if you haven't already requested to join our Facebook group, the link to do so is in the description below. All right, now that we've gotten all of our shameless plugging out of the way, let's get right into it. Dropshipping can seem pretty daunting to the new dropshipper who's never done it before. And even as you continue to start scaling your dropshipping business, there are so many unknowns, and a lot of us look to Google to be able to figure out how to overcome some of these struggles. So I want to make the process just a little bit easier for you by defining 20 key terms that you need to know to create a successful dropshipping business. So why don't we start off with the most obvious, which is the term dropshipping. Dropshipping is a form of online retail where the seller never actually holds stock of their own. They list a product on their website, and when a customer places an order and purchases this product, the distributor and/or supplier ships that product directly to the customer. This cuts down on so many retail costs because you never actually have to hold stock on your own. Obviously, we're a huge fan of dropshipping here, considering we're Zendrop. But just in case you didn't know, dropshippers make 50% more profit than those retailers who hold their own stock. The reason for this is because the dropshipping model significantly cuts down on typical retail costs. You don't have to rent a warehouse, purchase product to be shipped to your warehouse, pay for packaging, and/or pay for shipping. It is all done for you through the dropshipping model. So in order to dropship, you need to know what the term fulfillment means. Fulfillment is defined as a third-party service that handles all stock management, shipping, and payouts for orders of your customers. Fulfillment is a third-party service that handles all warehousing, delivery of stock, and stock management for your customers and for your dropshipping business. Dropshipping would not be possible without effective fulfillment resources, which is why Zendrop exists. At Zendrop, we handle everything from fulfillment, product sourcing, packaging, and delivery for all of your customers' orders online. Having a reliable fulfillment resource makes it easier for the dropshipper to focus on forward-facing marketing to be able to create more customers for their online store. Next up is the term margin. Margin is the percentage of profit you receive from every sale on your dropshipping store. After cost of goods and shipping expenses are factored in, whatever is left over in your sale is what you receive as margin and/or profit. You have complete control over this number because you get to decide what you're selling these products for on your website. It's important to keep in mind though that even though you do have complete control over margin, you want to do competitor research to make sure that your products are in line in terms of price with some of your competitors. This way you have a better chance of a higher conversion rate. On that note, let's define conversion rate. Conversion rate is the percentage of sales made on your online store compared to the number of people who visit your store. To simplify it, the number of page visitors that turn into customers. There are many different strategies to increase the conversion rate of your online store, some of which is landing page optimization, as well as effective email marketing, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, product descriptions, product images, so many aspects of your website. In fact, every aspect of your website and your online marketing will increase conversion rate if done properly. This is one of the most important numbers you as a dropshipper need to pay attention to because the conversion rate will tell you a few things about your online store. One of which being how effective your marketing is. Also, it allows you to figure out which products that you are testing are actually becoming successful. So make sure you really pay attention to this number at all times while dropshipping. This number will determine the success of all of your efforts for your online online store. Next, let's discuss customer lifetime value, or for short, CLV. The customer lifetime value is the total financial worth of a customer to a business throughout the entire duration of their relationship. This is an important metric to keep in mind because it is much easier to retain current customers than it is to acquire new ones. For the sake of dropshipping and/or all retail, the customer lifetime value is defined by the average amount of money a customer spends when they come to your online store. So if you can increase that number by having them become returning customers to your online store, you are actually reducing the amount of money you need to spend to create new customers. The customer lifetime value is also very important to keep in mind when it comes to paid advertising. The reason for this is you do not want to spend more for a customer than they are worth to your business. If the CLV for your dropshipping store is $25, but you're having to spend $35 to obtain a new customer, you're actually losing money. So it's really important to keep this number in mind when managing your Facebook advertising or other forms of paid advertising, as well as paid influencer advertising and affiliate marketing. A great way to increase the CLV for your dropshipping store is through email marketing. Email marketing is a great way to increase customer retention by adding upsells, discounts, or any other freebies you can offer through email marketing after a customer has already purchased something on your store. Another way to increase CLV of your online store is through influencer and/or affiliate marketing. When you can increase customer rapport by creating a lifestyle around your brand, customers will be more likely to come back to your online store because they're buying into a lifestyle, not just a singular product. Consumable products are also awesome to help increase CLV. By consumable, I do not mean edible. I mean products that you'll have to purchase over and over again. Products such as pens, pencils, notepads, beauty supplies, products that will run out at some point, so the customer will need to repurchase them later on. The reason why this increases the CLV is because right off the bat, you've created necessity for the customer to come back to your store and purchase again. There are many other strategies that can increase CLV, and if I went into all of them, this video would be super long. But if you're interested in a video all about increasing the CLV of your dropshipping store, leave a comment below. Similar to the customer lifetime value, the average order value is an incredibly important metric for dropshippers to keep in mind. The average order value, though pretty descriptive just with its name, is the average amount spent on your online store each time a customer places an order. Now, different from the customer lifetime value, the average order value is the average dollar amount per order, not per customer. Both metrics are very important to start increasing. We already discussed a few tactics in terms of increasing your customer lifetime value, but to increase your average order value, there are a few other strategies we can implement. One of which being in-page upsells. Amazon does an incredible job of creating in-page upsells when you're viewing a product on their website. If you scroll down just slightly, you can see if you add this product plus this product, you'll get a discount and you'll get more benefit. Right then and there, Amazon has now increased the average order value of their website. Average order value can increase with more branded or niched stores. If all of your products are related to each other in some way, shape, or form, and all customers who come to your store can benefit from each and every product, they are more than likely going to purchase more than one product at a time. So really keep in mind the concept of upsells and/or dual necessity. By dual necessity, I mean that if a customer wants to purchase one product, they also need this other product in order to benefit from the first one. And now they're getting even more benefit by having both products in their hands. Another important term to keep in mind is landing page. Now, I'm sure you've heard this term floating around the internet, but I want to be very clean and clear about how landing pages benefit the dropshipping business model. A landing page is defined as a web page specifically designed for marketing purposes. Landing pages usually have a singular objective, such as purchasing a single product and/or opting into a marketing funnel. Landing pages become exceptionally important when it comes to Facebook advertising, as this is a great way to track each and every one of your individual Facebook campaigns. For example, if you are attempting to test out a single product but want to know the effectiveness of your marketing strategies, having a landing page for this product will be way more beneficial than taking this potential customer to the product page. The reason being, if you take a potential customer directly to your product page, they now have many other opportunities to click around and browse through the rest of your website, which can affect the analytics of this specific Facebook campaign. Landing pages should be branded, but incredibly simple so that you're not distracting the potential customer from the intended actions supposed to be taken on this landing page. Landing pages are also really effective in growing your email marketing list. Strategies such as offering discounts in exchange for an email opt-in is a great way to offer benefit to the customer while also capturing an email in the process. Okay, I've already said this term before in this video, but let's define the term niche. I feel like this is another one of those words that float around the e-commerce internet space all the time, but let's get super clear on what it means for your dropshipping store. A niche is defined as a product group or category that has a singular benefit to one type of customer. Niches can be incredibly broad, such as electronics, or incredibly specific, as in iPhone 12 Max phone cases. There's really no limit to how specific you get with your niches. However, this is very important to keep in mind when adding products to your online store. If you have created an ideal customer or an ideal audience for which you are marketing your store to, you need to be adding niched products to this online store to sell to these types of customers. Niche stores have proven to have more success in the dropshipping space than general stores. The reason for this is you can really hone in your marketing on a niche store to a specific type of customer. This is where upsells come into play, as well as email marketing and creating a brand overall. Because if a customer comes to purchase one type of product on your store, but this same customer can also benefit from 10 other products on your store, you are now increasing the CLV and the AOV of your online store. Like I said before, niches can be incredibly broad or really, really narrow, but it's important that you are consistent no matter how specific your niche is. Next up, let's discuss abandoned cart. Abandoned cart is defined as the concept when a customer comes to your online store, decides to add a product to their cart, but then leaves your website and does not complete the purchase. This is not something to be concerned about because as human beings, we are indecisive and also have the attention spans of a goldfish when it comes to being online. So it's not something to worry about or be offended by if someone decides to put something in their cart and then leave your website. But it is a very important metric to keep in mind because we can improve upon it. The abandoned cart metric can tell you a lot about the functionality of your website as well as your branding and marketing. If someone has added something to their cart but not completed their purchase, that means that they were already interested in a product. So your marketing worked, but there was something about your checkout sequence and/or maybe the messaging on your website that deterred them from completing the purchase. There are several strategies to reduce your abandoned cart rate, but one very popular one is an exit pop-up. If a potential customer has already added something to their cart, but then quickly moves their mouse as if they're going to exit out of your webpage, you can add a pop-up there saying something like, "You still have items in your cart. Here's 10% off your first purchase." This is a really effective way to keep potential customers engaged in your website. Next, let's define the term Facebook pixel. If you've done any type of Facebook advertising thus far, you probably know what the Facebook pixel is. And if not, time to get educated. The Facebook Pixel is an analytics tool offered by Facebook to measure the effectiveness of your advertising by understanding the actions that customers take upon seeing your ad. That was a mouthful. Maybe I should simplify it a little bit. Basically, I like to think of the Facebook Pixel as a little spy that you put in the back end of your online store so that your Facebook advertising and your online store can essentially talk to each other. You can use your Facebook Pixel to make sure your ads are shown to the right people, to drive more sales, and to better understand your marketing strategies and how they are impacting your online store. On the topic of Facebook advertising, the term impressions is something that you will hear a lot. Impressions is defined as any time an advertisement or other form of digital media comes across a potential customer's screen. Impressions is not an action-based metric. It is strictly based on the number of times a potential customer's eyeballs come across one of your pieces of content. This number can tell you a lot about how your advertisements or other forms of social media are performing. Because if your impression number is high, but the actions taken on this content is low, it might be telling you something about how well your advertisement or piece of content is performing. Now, to be really realistic, your impression number will always be higher than any action taken on your advertisement. This is true only because people scroll leisurely through social media and online content all the time, many times with no intention to take action on anything they see coming across their screen. However, if there is a large gap in terms of actions taken on your content and your impression number, it's time to rethink your online advertising strategies. Sequentially, the CPM, or cost per mil, is directly affected by the number of impressions received for your online marketing efforts. Cost per mil means the cost per 1,000 impressions. Like I said before, since impressions are pretty insignificant when it comes to actions taken on your advertising, and because they are so large in numbers, most advertising will be measured in cost per 1,000 impressions rather than a singular impression. The CPM metric is more important to pay attention to specifically for brand awareness campaigns, considering this metric has nothing to do with the actions taken on your paid advertising. But again, the lower this metric is, the more effective your online marketing has become. Next, let's look at the term reach. Now, if you have a business Facebook or business Instagram, you've probably seen this metric when looking at the analytics of your online posts. You also probably see the term impressions right next to it. Reach is defined as the number of unique users that have viewed your online content. So if your impressions number is very high, but your reach number is particularly low, that means that most users are coming to view your content more than once. This is actually a very good sign. This means that these unique users are interested in what content you're putting forth or what content is on your Facebook campaigns. If your reach number is closer to your impressions number, that means it might be time to reconsider the type of online content you're putting forth for your online store. Because this means that most unique visitors are only viewing your content one time. Another metric that you will see on your Facebook advertising is the CTR, or the click-through rate. The click-through rate is defined by the number of unique users who view your content versus the number of users who actually click on the link designated within this content. This metric is most commonly used to determine the success of your online marketing campaigns. So having a high click-through rate is a major goal to work towards when it comes to your online advertising. The higher the click-through rate, the more successful your ad campaigns are. And one aspect of online advertising that significantly increases your click-through rate is your call to action, or your CTA. Your call to action, most simply put, is the means for which you urge your potential customers to take action on your online advertising or your online store. Call to actions can quite literally make or break a successful dropshipping store. The more effective your call to actions are, the more likely customers will engage with your content and therefore purchase products from your online store. Call to action comes in many different forms, such as the shape and color of your add to cart button, the sentence structure and or verbs you use in your online copy, and how your images and product descriptions look online. Call to actions are visually prominent and usually located all over your web pages, social media, online marketing, and paid advertising. A/B testing is defined as split testing different versions of your website and or Facebook campaigns to see which ones are going to perform best for your ideal customer. This is an incredible practice to use when it comes to Facebook advertising because we don't actually know which ads will perform best until we start testing them. Oftentimes, dropshippers will split test multiple variants of the same product ad in order to see which one is getting most customers to their online store. This also takes a little bit of practice, but the more we master A/B testing, the likelihood of success of your online marketing campaigns will increase. Okay guys, we're almost done with this list. We have 2 more terms to go through. The next of which being search engine optimization and or SEO. SEO is defined as a series of guidelines and or rules put forth by search engines that web designers or website owners must follow in order for their content and web pages to perform best on these search engines. This is a lot of words that basically means Google has a list of secret rules that they won't tell us about that they use to rank your website in terms of value. Like I said, Google does not make these guidelines public, so the best SEO practices are essentially a lot of well-educated guesses. So even though search engine optimization is technically everyone's guessing game, a lot of experts and professionals have been able to compile many guidelines that have proven to work in terms of ranking on Google.
Okay, we have finally made it to the last term of this video, and it is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is defined as using other individuals' persuasion over audiences for your own online store benefit. An online retailer pays commission to an individual or website to market their products. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement because the advertiser receives commission every single time their advertising tactics work for your online store. So if you receive a purchase on your store through one of these affiliates, you now receive revenue from that purchase, and this online affiliate now receives commission from creating that purchase. This is a very effective and cost-conscious way of marketing your online store, specifically if you are a new dropshipper. Well, that's it. That is 20 dropshipping terms every dropshipper, new or old, needs to know in order to create a successful dropshipping business. Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments and I'm happy to define them for you. I hope this video was informational and gave you some insight on the dropshipping industry. I'll see you next time.